So it's time for our TV roundup. Luck, the new show to premiere on HBO. We've all just seen it. Dennis, why don't you take it away?
On the surface, Luck is about Chester Ace Bernstein, played by Dustin Hoffman. And he was once a powerful figure in the world of horse racing and gambling. But at the start of the show, he's just been released from prison. And he and his faithful friend and driver, Gus, played by Dennis Farina, set about to enact revenge on the powerful figures who caused his fall. But really, it's taking a very close, detailed look at the entire world of horse racing. Everyone from the power players who own the horses and the racetracks, to the trainers and the jockeys, right down to the gamblers who eke out a living from one bet to the next. It's a 1-hour drama with an ensemble cast. It doesn't have a franchise. It's a pure drama. So the stories are serialized from week to week, with every character having their own story arc that continues.
I don't like TV very much, and I think that's a really snobby thing to say, and I'm trying to be a little bit better about it. But I do love The Wire, and that was kind of my gateway drug, and I think that Luck is helping me along as well. And it's because Luck is a lot like The Wire. It's very thorough in its examination of a subculture, and like The Wire, evaluates every strata. I find it a very exciting, compelling show, especially for someone who doesn't really watch TV.
Certainly the headliner here is Dustin Hoffman, the 2-time Academy Award winner. It's interesting that Dustin Hoffman at this point in his career would choose to do not only a television series, but a television series where he has basically equal screen time with all of his co-stars. That just speaks very highly to the network, to HBO, and to the pedigree involved in making this show. And I think it's a terrific performance from Dustin Hoffman, some of his best work in a long, long time.
Probably I should get a girlfriend, see if they reach out.
One we trust or one we don't?
I don't trust anyone, not even myself. You, I give a pass.
In general, I think the casting is fantastic, and I think it's populated with actors and characters that you would find in this world. They're nuanced and interesting and crazy and eccentric and really enjoyable to watch.
And that speaks to some great acting, certainly, from great names, but also the fact that this show has cast some people who are real people involved in the horse business. You've got an older jockey played by Calvin Burrell, who's a real jockey. He's been in Triple Crown races and won Triple Crown races. You've also got, very briefly, we see a glimpse of the press box at the Santa Anita racetrack where this show takes place, and you've got the Los Angeles Times sports columnist Bill Plaschke has a couple of lines in there. So not only is the real actors playing these roles very well, but you've also got this sense of realism from casting people that are real people in this world.
This show does the fantastic job of making what I understand is very intricate system of gambling and tracking and who's placing. Made it very clear and easy to follow.
Now we bet 4 deep in the 5th, and we're 5 deep in the 6th. But you single Escalante, we bet only Escalante's horse, and we win. We just knocked out 3/4 of everybody else's bets. We're perfectly protected in the 3 races subsequent. And if we make it to the last, the 8th race in which we bet every horse, we're into a $2 million jackpot.
Let's talk about, of course, the director of the show, who's also one of the co-showrunners, and that's Michael Mann. He's directed the pilot episode, and he has a very specific style visually that we've seen in some of his movies like Heat and The Insider. He did the Miami Vice television show, but then brought sort of that visual stylings to the Miami Vice movie that came out several years ago. And he really aids the seedy idea of this racetrack, and there's a lot of things going on underneath with the visual way he showcases things. And there are a couple of horse races in this first pilot episode that are shown in this great, impactful way. It's very suspenseful, and it really brings you into the action. This might be some of the best horse racing footage I've ever seen in, TV or movies for that matter.
Go inside! Go inside!
It's interesting that David Milch, who's a veteran TV producer and showrunner, responsible for NYPD Blue and Deadwood, has a kind of verite style. He wants to bring realism to his television.
I think the fact that I enjoyed myself so much is reflective of the great storytelling, the wonderful creative team that Luck has going for it.
So it sounds like we're in luck to watch this show. We should take our tickets and vote.
In my world, horse racing is not very relevant, but the show made it incredibly compelling and suspenseful, and I actually can't wait for the next episode. I say see it.
Luck presents a world that's really ripe for a great television show, and this is a very promising start. So absolutely, it's a see it.
Well, judging from the pilot, Luck is a show that's going to keep you surprised, keep you intrigued, and keep you coming back for more. Definitely a see it.
All right, so that's 3 tickets, which is a see it for Luck.
Yay!
Cheers.
Cheers.
Luck.